will talk or will be entitled From EUDI Wallet Vision to Seamless Trust. And this is going to be presented by Antony Skarlatos from Namirial, who is going to tell us about how to build trust of users and turn it into a proper way. I'm giving you the floor. You would have even 2 minutes more, thanks to your predecessors.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning to everyone. It's a really pleasure to be here in Wrocław. And actually, it's one of the best times to talk about my title of the presentations. Why? Because now what we have, what we see a digital identity that is discussed about roadmaps, about regulation, about vision. But now the reality is that we have an infrastructure. We have something that can move actually from the theory to practice. I'm a sales guy, so I like to talk a lot about the commercial part, not so much the regulation part. And this is something actually that we should start discussing. We should moving from the regulation, from the compliance part, which is quite important, but needs to talk a little bit more about the business side. The business side that has to do with customer experience, the business side that has to do with digital processes, how the organization want to fit all these trust services and EUDI wallet in their processes. So I will talk about this opportunity. I talk how we shift actually from a fragmented digital identity market to what? To the reusable trust, digital trust right now. I will talk a little bit something that most of you know right now about what is the digital onboarding process right now. Actually, it's quite identical. Every time we make an onboarding process, either in a bank, either in an insurance, in a health sector, wherever, we follow the same process. We upload an ID, we make the selfie, we redo the selfie, AML check, etc. And then after 2 weeks, we do it again, and then again. So what this means, actually, this call it as a Groundhog Day of digital identity. And what are the consequences on this? We see a very low onboarding drop rate. We see billions of euros that large organizations, especially banks, are losing. And I have made a lot of discussion with people that working in banks from Poland, and they are always complaining about this. And we see a lot of fraud, especially, let's say, AI fraud. So to go more specifically, what we see, the problems are, we have problems with the fraud, with AI fraud, with AI agents that are around. It's not a science fiction, it's something, it's a reality. We see a poor UX experience. We see users that they do again and again all the process, and that's create a friction to them. And most often drop, so it's poor UX. We see fragmentation, and we see actually that a lot of organizations, banks, etc., are living, let's say, in their own identity island. So they are totally isolated from what the market really wants to do. So what we have right now, we have EU wallet, which is something that came to save our lives, let's say. And it's based on interoperability, it's based on standardized reusable credentials, on user control right now, so the user can now use their data in the way they want. And we verify once, we issue it once, reissue it again and again, so it's very important. Okay, what I like actually to this model, I like the simplicity. We have 3 roles and 1 trusted ecosystem. We have actually the issuer, which is the government, the bank, university that signs and delivers the credentials to the wallet. We have the user that has a fully control of their data and use it whenever and how and what exactly he wants, the need that he wants to serve. And we have the relying party. I will talk a little bit about regulation. We have heard a lot about regulation. Everybody knows that the time is now, the execution have already started. What I want to point out on this slide is that actually we see that digital identity wallet EU wallet is connected with payments. And that is very important thing to see. In the future, most probably, we will use the wallet in order to authenticate, in order to authorize payments. So this gonna means that wallet is gonna be a core European digital infrastructure. And this is quite important because it's not anymore isolated, it's connected with the payments, which is very, very important and very sure to know. Okay, I mean, now it's a time to everybody thinks about actually this opportunity, because now we're really moving from the regulation part to the opportunities that all this situation we have to bring to us. We need to pass some obstacles. As you see, the sea it's a little bit has a lot of waves, but we need to see the obstacles. We need to see where we want to reach. And the question is, will this happen? Of course this will happen. But the question is how fast the ship will reach its destination. So for all of you here, I mean, what needs to be, the question is what role we want to play to this ecosystem. More particularly, what use cases wants to serve? You want to use it, for example, to onboard clients using different wallets. You want to become a wallet provider. You're going to issue and manage attributes, sign with QES, payment integration, or use it as a business wallet. Actually, these are all use cases that we have experienced from the day-to-day communication and the projects that Namirial already has with mostly in the banking sector. Lots of use cases, lot of different industries that we see this happening, either in travel, in banking, in health. We have a lot of cases, for example, with age verifications that we see it being used. So all are there, and we are creating and we are investigating more and more. But who is the winner actually here? I think the winner here is the financial sector. This is going to be a great opportunity for them. I mentioned in the beginning about the cost, about the billions that are being spent from the bank for the KYC process. But now imagine the future. No need to upload a document. No need to do the identification again and again. What you have now, you just scan your QR code, you just accept the terms and issue the credentials, and that's it, you move forward. So lots of use cases that we see that EU wallet can serve. We are very happy as Namirial because we have already started very important pilots also with MasterCard recently. It's a global level, also in very large banking institution. When we see these real use cases and we work with our customers to see how we can make them happen. I just mentioned here that from last year, actually, it's Sparkasse Group, which is the largest financial group in Europe, has already did this integration with EU Wallet with their own app, and this is the first real example that we see in banking sector. And believe me, if something starts in banking, all the banking sector are following and replicate it again. Okay, we have use cases that are in workflow, in workforce. We see employees that can identify their employees very easily with EID wallet right now. We will see that students will use it to verify, for example, their degrees abroad. In transport, also even in health sector, when the patients will use it in order to check in their proof and not do the verification again. So lots of use cases, lot of industries. So let's see what actually Namirial is doing. Namirial, for you, I mean, yesterday Adrian talked about Namirial, what we're doing. Namirial is the largest actually QTSP right now in Europe after our recent acquisition of Signaturit Group. We are a company, multinational company, that we have 3 pillars that we have invested. One is actually trust services, the second one is AI, the third one is wallet. And exactly this is the case here. Namirial does not act only as a wallet provider, cannot act only as it. We have our model is, and our role spans actually from the issuance of certificate, from the signature part, from the QES signatures, from certified communication, delivery, so lots of things. And let's say that Namirial is considered to be right now an orchestrator of trust services in the market. This is a strategic option that Namirial has elected to follow. But let's be honest, I mean, here we will not see it happening right now. There's going to be a time that needs to be happen. And what I believe is that we will have a hybrid model. So we will see when we have a wallet, we will use the wallet for the use case. But we don't have a wallet, we have to use the digital onboarding, the traditional digital onboarding process. So who is the winner here? The winner is the company that orchestrates, actually, that lives between and connects these two things, wallet and onboarding. So we need to live between this. As Namirial, we have invested, that's why we have invested in so many different pillars of products, starting from e-signature, delivery, record. So we live in all these trust services in order to be able to give this experience. My opinion is not nowadays we don't talk about isolated solution. We talk about integrated trust ecosystem. This is what the banks and the big organizations will go to this, no isolated, just trusted ecosystems that are integrated. Okay, and something that is coming, actually what we have seen is that the future, what it says to us, that we have seen already AI agents being around, but they don't have, these AI agents that are in the market are not have this trusted identity, of course. So we need to do something also for this. So what I believe and is that we will have wallets. Wallets are related not only for the people, not only for the organizations, but also for AI agents in the future. And this is something that we should care about. And Namirial actually is working already on this direction to have these processes and to be ready for this. I will close actually with a quote that says, "I smooth sea never made a skilled sailor." What do I want to say about this? I mean, we will see for sure coming a lot of complexity in the next few months, in the next period. We will hear new regulations, we will hear new deadlines, so everything should not scare us. We will handle it. I'm sure that the execution is right now. We will move like the sea into the waves. Why? Because it's a huge opportunity for everybody, from technology vendors, from the banks, from the market. So, of course, we will not lose it. And finally, I want to share with you what we have done a little bit with Namirial. It's a slide that shows what we have done in the wallet. You are free to download it, to scan the QR code, and actually what is going to happen in the future you can experience now from our app. Thank you very much.